haven't given you a yes or no. If they haven't given you a no, it means yes. Remember that. When you hear no, then you stop calling them. Okay, this is how a three-way call works. Trust and respect. People, oh, here we go. Let me just try it like that. Trust and respect. I don't think this better. Trust and respect equals success. So here's what happens when you properly do a three-way phone call. Raise the pointer here. The prospect may know you, and that prospect trusts you. So you call up a friend of yours, say you need to take a look at something here. That person likes you, trusts you, but they might not necessarily respect you when it comes to network marketing and energy, unless you have a background in energy and network marketing, right? What do you know about energy or network marketing? If you haven't been in the industry before, you know very little. But the expert, who's your upline, is going to be edified properly. We'll talk about edification in a second. That person's the expert. So when your friend, the prospect, gets on a three-way call with the expert, they have immediate respect for that person because you properly edified him or edified her. So this is how it works. Prospect and you have trust each other, but the expert has to respect. And by edifying correctly, you're going to put a picture in the prospect's mind of the expert before they get on the phone call. The next slide, I believe, is edification. How to properly edify. And then we're going to do a little role playing. Do a three-way call with PJ. Who'll be the prospect? Want to be a prospect, PJ? But let's take a look at edification. Edify your prospect about your upline before they get on the call. So in other words, Brian, you're a prospect. And I'm going to get you on the phone with PJ. Okay? I'm going to say, Brian, now, this is a gentleman that's looked at the videos. He's been to a meeting. He's already seen the business model. And I'm going to do a three-way call with Brian and my upline, who happens to be Peter Jensen. I'm not just going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Brian, say hello to PJ. He's going to know all about Peter Jensen before the phone even rings. You say, Brian, you got to meet Peter Jensen. He's just an amazing, amazing networker. He's built large teams. He's made lots of money in the industry. He has a background in energy. He's a motivator. He's just a great, great guy. Wait till you meet Peter Jensen. He's phenomenal. He understands his business as good as anybody I've ever seen in my life. So now Brian already has a picture painted of PJ, right? Now, if I didn't do that and PJ got on the phone and started talking about himself, wouldn't that sound a little egotistical? You can't talk about yourself, but your downline can talk about the upline all day long. There's nothing wrong with that. But if PJ got on the phone and started saying, you know what I am, I built large teams, I make this money, I'm great, I know, no, it would make PJ sound egotistical. That's why the downline has to edify the upline. That makes sense, everybody? Uh-huh. You want to edify the upline like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Make them the expert. And chances are, they are somewhat of an expert if they're in your upline. They know the comp plan, they understand energy, they understand deregulation, they understand the rewards program. They really are an expert in this business. So edification is key to the three-way call. If you don't do this correctly, the call will not work. The call will not work if you don't edify correctly. So this is the key to the three-way call. It's real simple. And tell the prospect before they speak to the upline that when you join this business, this person is you're going to have access to this person. This is one of your team members. Let them know that the person they're getting on the phone with is going to be working with them after they join the business. Right? Tell them this is your upline. I'm going to introduce you to your business partner, Peter Jensen. This is the guy you're going to be working with once you join. Very powerful. And you're going to also edify your prospect to the upline. And this is what I mean by that. I have Peter Jensen on the line. I got Brian on the line. And once the call's made, after I bring PJ on the line, I'm going to say, PJ, I want you to meet Brian. Brian is a super sharp businessman. Very, very bright man. He's taking a look at the business model. It makes sense to him. He sees how he can make money. He's looking to do big things for him and his family. He just wants to say a quick hello to you.
Have you called PJ first to tell him about Brian? So that
That's a great question. I would text PJ first. Yeah. Say, PJ, I got a three-way call. Friend of mine, network marketer. Just give him a quick 2-minute, But I would now edify Brian as well as I edified PJ. Right. You see that? I made Brian feel good about himself. I talked about Brian. Edify the prospect as well as the upline. It makes the prospect feel really good about himself, and somebody feels good, and they're going to like you because you're talking good about the prospect. They're going to like you because you're nice, right? And that's how the introductions are made. Edify upline, edify prospect. And when the call's over, PJ's going to edify me to Brian. PJ's going to say, Brian, you worked with Bob Danoff. What a great guy, great team leader, Bob. He's going to talk about me. I'm not going to talk about me. So I'm going to edify PJ, I'm going to edify Brian, and PJ's going to edify me. Everybody gets edified on a three-way call. And that's the proper way to do a call. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Okay. And remember, it's all about teamwork. People want to join a team, not a business. If they feel like you have the right team in place, they'll join any company. If someone feels like they can succeed, they'll join any company if the right team's in place. Now, we got the best product out there. And we got the best team, and we got the best company. We got the best of everything. I mean, I hope you really realize we have the best possible situation going for us. We're in early.